Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Feeding Frenzy Shipwreck Showdown. I'm ready to eat. Are you ready to eat? Oh, you're ready to eat. But am I ready to eat? Yes, I am. Catch that fish. The mystery continues. As Eddie only caught a brief glimpse of the peculiar predator, he was heading towards Buccaneer Bay, where the waters are too shallow for a deep-sea dweller like Eddie. It's time to pass the torch onto a new hero, Peter the Pompano. Welcome, Peter. Peter is more familiar with the perilous waters of Buccaneer Bay, a graveyard of pirate ships that some say is still haunted. Look out for some strange new creatures in this region. Rumor has it that some squid-like cuttlefish has taken up residence in these eerie waters. Well, okay then. So, how are all of you guys doing today? Oh, look, Krill. Oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. All it said was there's weird squid creatures. You didn't tell me it was going to ink. Oh, we got to eat them from the back. You always got to eat things from the back in this game. It's weird. There's a bit of an obsession with the back. Oh, and if you look at the menu, there's a Easter egg. There's JD, John Dory fish. I'm sucking pretty hard. I'm barely... Aw, you guys made me ink. So the ink is like the jellyfish, except instead of stopping you, it slows you down. But the effect lasts for much, much longer. Oh, I got him from behind. He was turning around. I like this green effect for the water. It's really cool. So, a few times in my life, I've been on a pontoon boat, or a party boat, as some people call it. And if you go, obviously you gotta make sure the engine's off. But if you go under the pontoon boat, like the space between the platforms, it looks like this neon green river, like in the background. And it's like a river of Baja Blast. And I will say, it was a lot more fun to swim in the Baja Blast than to drink it. I'm not apologizing for that opinion. I do... Okay, Baja lover. I'll remember this. But yeah, swim in it, don't drink it. You know what? I'm just gonna let him go this time. Oh, the ink also works on the predators. Interesting. Making a note in the sailor's log. Okay, I'm making progress really, really slowly. I gotta stop sucking. Actually, either I was caught in a loop or there was a squid off screen that kept spraying me. Oh, he's like... The Barracudas are smarter in this one. He was flipping around. Okay, you know what? For the rest of this level, no more squid. I've had enough squid. Screw the squid, eat the fish. Fish are food, not friends. Oh, what the business. These squid are very overpowered. Let's not go near those guys. Get a tail bite, get some extra points there. Oh, and they really evolved the Barracudas. He's slower, but he's a lot smarter. I'd argue about the same level of danger as the first game. Okay, once you get to big size, the only thing you gotta worry about is mines and Barracudas. I like that there's more things that can kill you while you're full size, so that way the game's not just over as soon as you're giant. Alright, that was a very, very weak start. I died multiple times. That was not good. So I hope everybody is happy. I hope everybody is healthy. And I hope everybody is just having a good day, you know? I hope everybody's at peace. What are those things? Those are cuttlefish. They aren't very big, but they are skittish. or should I say squiddish? Cuttlefish have a squid-like defense mechanism to fend off approaching predators. Mind the ink. If a cuttlefish spots a large fish approaching, it will dash off, leaving behind a trail of blinding ink. If you get caught in the ink cloud, you'll be blinded and disoriented for a few seconds. The effect will wear off, but being blinded in these dangerous waters can be deadly. Sneak up from behind to avoid their ink. So you're going to tell me now. Thanks a lot, assholes.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, ain't nobody was talking to you. I don't know why Siri had to interject her 2 cents. Anyway, I like that we got the minnows back. Nice little callback to the first game. Also, I gotta say it again, this green, murky... No, it's not murky, it's like... Again, it looks like Baja Blast. Very cool backdrop, 10 out of 10. Would look at again. Well, I will be looking at it for the rest of this video. Alright, basically you just gotta thread the needle. Go from fish to fish, kind of like a ping pong ball. You gotta be very careful about your moves. This level has mines, so we're not going to go near the top of the screen. Edge of the screen's always a bad idea. Oh, I guess if you eat them really fast before they dash away, you can also avoid the ink. There's also a lot of barracudas. Alright, I got 2, that's enough. I'm walking away. I'm not going to be like the people that get trapped in Vegas. I know when to quit. Okay, this level went by a lot better. Can we be flawless? Can we be perfect? Come here, Leon. And, well, that answers that question. Head first into my... We're running low on lives. I used to have like 8. Now I have 3. So... maybe stop taking all these risks. We gotta be safer about this stuff. Thought it was gonna be a barracuda there. Careful. Alright, we lost a life, but we'll get it back later. I mean, if you're at this point in the game... Never mind. Tired of avoiding all those predators to reach your pint-sized prey? Try grabbing a Feeding Fury power-up. Eat one of these and you'll go on a feeding rampage. Zipping around the screen, eating everything in sight. As long as it's smaller than you. Tastes great and saves you time. Take care when you gobble one of these up. After your frenzied feast, you'll end up right where you started. If you eat one too close to a predator, your victory lap may be cut short. But let's hope they fix the game-breaking glitch that was in the first game with this power-up. Because if not, I'm going to have a conundrum. So while I was in college, I had an internship. I had 2, actually. One lasted much longer than the second one. The first one was a furniture store. I think I can say the name because it's been years since I've worked there. Plus, I want to endorse it. Well, not financially, but I want to talk about it because it's a good store. The place I interned at was Habitat for Humanity. So basically what it is, they take the stuff from Wayfair, Lazy Boy, and Room Place, and a few others. They take their overflow. They're like, hey, we got too much furniture, we got too many couches. You can take it off our hands. And they sell it for about half the price. Now you're probably thinking, oh, this stuff's got to be crap, right? Well, actually, because it's directly from these places, like Wayfair, most of it is either new or very lightly used. So for about half the price of Ashley's, you can get something almost brand new. And sometimes I like to walk around there. It's very vintage. It's a very cool vintage store. It's like what Goodwill wishes it could be. It's Goodwill on steroids. It's kind of like Toys R Us. I don't even need to buy anything. Just go there and look around. They got cool stuff. Anyway, so the deal with this internship was it was to test, they call it soft skills. It's like, can you come in on time? Can you follow orders? Stuff like that. Now, the college was paying me, not the store. So to them, I was free labor. The school was the one doing my paychecks. Now, I have worked before then. When I was with my grandparents, I volunteered a couple times at a food pantry. So I would help stock the shelves. I would talk to the people that came in, help them find what they needed. So I had some experience, but this was my first full-fledged getting a paycheck, working a job. So they ended up cross-training me. There was two main parts to the job. There was the cashier part, and then there was moving stuff in the back. A change of scenery. On the back side of Pirate Island, there seems to be fewer sunken ships. Human treasure hunters have been through here, and it looks like they left behind some nasty mines to ward off their competition. A school of minnows is lost in this maze of mines, and that means it's time for some bonus stage action. Stun bubble power-ups give you a break from the constant dance of predator and prey. Grab one to stun all fish around you for a few seconds. As an added bonus, they will explode nearby mines. Catch 70 minnows before time runs out. Alright, gotta get the minnows. We'll get back to the story later, I gotta concentrate. I know there's no stakes, you don't lose anything if you lose this. But I gotta do this. I'm very hungry, and White Castle's closed, so this is the next best thing, okay? I wanted those precious chicken ring sandwiches, but they didn't have them. Well, they did, but they were closed. Wow, I crushed this stage. There's so much time left. That is the best I have ever done in a bonus stage. And I got my life back. Hungry Hunter. That's my rank. Toxic oh, not these guys. Even more disoriented things. Trouble in Paradise. It looks like all these mines and sunken ships are starting to pollute the ecosystem. Some of these poor minnows seem to be affected by an illness that turns their scales a nasty shade of green. Yuck! One thing's for sure, they definitely don't look appetizing. If you eat a poisoned minnow, you'll become poisoned yourself. While poisoned, your controls are totally reversed. Tap your mouse button quickly to speed up the process of coughing up the offending fish. Once you do, things will be back to normal. Don't eat the green fish. Now, here's my opinion on the green fish, because they were in the first game as well. I like the mechanic, but you shouldn't be able to rapidly tap to get to go away. I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. If you can make it go away in a couple seconds, what's even the point of having it? It should be like the ink, like it lasts for a little bit, then it goes away. That's just my opinion. I feel like it's too easy to get out of, you know? So wow, that's a record for fastest I've lost. That life is gone. So we're out of Baja Blast Land, and we're back into Feeding Frenzy 1 backdrop. So you can click the left mouse button or the right mouse button, it doesn't matter, as long as you rapidly click. Wow, I am just batting 1,000 today. Although I did get some nice fish, though. Got a nice school there. So anyway. So the cashier part, pretty self-explanatory. Greet the customer. Type up something on the register. Now, thankfully, the screen was organized. They had sections like doors, couches, hard furniture, soft furniture. Like, everything was nice and organized. And then, when you went in the back, the warehouse part, the truck would deliver stuff, i.e. furniture. We would load it onto a cart, and then we would sort it. Now, some couches had electric recliners, and it would either get a 2-prong, a 5-prong, or a 10-prong outlet or plug. Now that was cool. We got to sit in all these couches and test it out. Plug it in, make sure it works. And then you would take it on the cart and you would bring it to the front, wherever there was room. You would just put it wherever it looked good. Now, I will say it is my second favorite job that I've had. We'll get to the first later. For starters, pretty much all the coworkers, no problems there. They were all cool. Now this one, we're gonna call her. We'll call her Sadie. Sadie was like the Squidward. She was always like RBF, always low energy. But she was never mean, though. I wouldn't call her mean. She was just low energy a lot of the time. Which, honestly, that's most adults nowadays, so I don't really think much of it. Looking back, it was kind of funny, but it was annoying at the time. Whenever I would make a mistake or do something wrong, this one coworker. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to not get eaten. Alright, what do we got now? Wrath of Cod. Following the trail of green fish and debris, PETA comes across another shipwreck. Humans can't be that clumsy. There has to be something that ties together all this destruction. Could it have something to do with the strange sea creature we've been tailing? It's easy to make mistakes while your fish is poisoned. When you swallow a poisoned minnow, don't panic. Try to avoid moving around too much. Tap left mouse button to shake off the effects as quickly as possible. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, every time I would do something wrong, she would take this really deep breath, hold it for a couple seconds, then and then she'd go, "Hey, Matt," and then proceed to explain what not to do. And what's funny is it was very robotic. It would happen the exact same way every single time. Deep inhale, deep exhale, "Hey, Matt," and then explain. Every single time, she was like an NPC. The exact same steps and actions every single time. And at a certain point, it was kind of funny. And one day, I forget what I did, but I did something. And once again, she goes, "Hey, Matt." And I did that thing where you try to hold in your laugh, but you snort. I've nose snorted. And she goes, what the fuck is funny? I'm like, "Oh, nothing. Sorry." So we had two AGMs. We had Bill and we had Roe. Bill was cool. Mostly because he was competent. Every time I had a question, he's like, "Oh, you do it this way." So he was like the sage wisdom of the store. You needed a question, he had an answer. Roe was interesting. Now I got better as time went on, but one thing he would do, so we had a radio station. Like most places in the background, they would have some music playing. And he would always test me. He would come up to me and say, "Okay, what song is this and who sings it?" And 9 times out of 10, I'd get it wrong. But eventually, because there's only so many songs, it eventually loops. I eventually started to memorize which songs were what. And most of them were from Queen. Which, by the way, Queen rocks. Hail Queen. So eventually I started getting them all right. He's like, "Oh man, you're doing really good at this." And also, Roe, he didn't have a short fuse. He put up with a lot of stuff, but when he got mad, he got mad. He's like, "All right, who did this? Who was responsible? Everybody's going to come up here and own up to it." Ooh. Ooh, yeah, golden minnow, baby. And then the main head honcho, the GM, we're going to call her Hermione. Hermione was like a sweet old grandma. Every time we would do a good job, she'd always congratulate us. She'd always be like, "Oh, good job, everybody. Everybody worked very hard today." And she'd always give us snacks and cookies, and she was literally a grandma. She had grandkids. Barracuda battle. In this corner, Peta, the Pompano, our fearless and hungry hero. In the other corner, 3 angry barracuda, the fish with glass tails. Nibble a barracuda tail 4 times in a row to get him to shrink down to an edible size. Try to eat 3 barracuda before the time runs out. Bite blockers. Look for shield fish power-ups to help you through a tough stage. Eat one of these, and you get a sparky guardian fish escort. When a predator gets close, he'll go after the escort instead of you. So it's a shield bubble. Alright. Where's the barracuda? Come on. I saw the warning sign. Where is he? Oh. Well, I guess that level's over. Prey eaten, 0. % complete, 0. Sorry, no time bonus. Tip. Eat all the fish in the stage before the timer runs out to earn a time bonus. Well, yeah, I figured that's what I was supposed to do. Hey, so in order to clean the floor, you have to clean it. The flurry of activity around this shipwreck can only mean one thing. Our mysterious menace must be near. He seems to be on a trajectory towards Ras Reef. Maybe we can track him down before he gets there. Shiny distractions. Sometimes all you need to distract a vicious predator is something shiny. That's where the loony lure comes in. Chomp one of these and you'll summon a decoy so alluring, your predators won't be able to resist following it. With all the big fish lured away, you'll have a few seconds of stress-free feeding. Stress-free feeding? Sign me up. Alright, let's give it a whirl, not you. These minnows seem a little bigger now, like it seems more zoomed in. Don't know if that's me or if it's actually different. Ah. So now they're playing hooky. Alright, let's see how long this lasts. Well, that was a waste. Okay, that actually lasts a pretty decent amount of time. It was a good 15 seconds, and it's going to happen again. Look at him try to get it. Well, how could they be dangerous? They're covered with free cheese. SpongeBob, let me ask you something. Does this look dangerous? The hooks, me boyo. The hooks! Oh. Okay, we'll worry about the fish instead. So yeah, she was like a sweet grandma. And when you did mess up, she's like, oh, just try to do better next time, okay? So it's funny, we had a wide range of managers. We had hard people, we had soft people, and we had people in the middle. We had some smart people, we had some NPCs, like, we had it all. Now, one of my coworkers, we're going to call her Candy. She was my favorite because she did not take crap from people, customer or employee. She wasn't rude to them, like she didn't like curse anybody out. But if someone was trying to scam us, trying to get free money out of us, or if somebody was slacking off, she'd let you know. Also, me and her hit it off pretty well. We became pretty close in the workplace. Like, she was always looking out for me if someone was being rude to me. I'd always look out for her if someone was being rude to her. We kind of became like peanut butter and jelly. And she was very sassy. And she was short. It's always the short ones that are sassy. Oh, wait, what's going on? Okay, that was the same cutscene we saw last time. In fact, I remember it being bigger, like the shadow being bigger in the last cutscene. This one was smaller. So we're still not any closer to figuring out what this thing is or what it wants. We're no closer. New fish means we're going to deal with that next time. So I wonder when we're going to get to actually see this thing up close and personal. Big stretch time. Okay. Well, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And everybody, need you to just do me a little favor. Have a great day. Are you sure you want to quit? No. I mean, I could play more, but wait. Oh, White Castle's open. Everybody, have a great day.